What's up, crew? We are live from the freaking beach house. This is Girl Group Studios, and I'm your host, Quanie, ready to soak up the sun and serve up the hottest buzz. We're switching it up and broadcasting poolside, bringing you those prime summer vibes. We're here at the beach house for the next 2 episodes, so get ready for a sticky, sweaty, fantastic summer ride. On deck today, we got a super exciting guest call in with the incredible drummer, Michel'Le. She's going to be dropping some serious rhythm wisdom. We're also diving headfirst into Sabrina Carpenter's new album cover. But seriously, the internet is still buzzing. I'll also give you a personal update on my new music, which is finally bubbling up, and we are making it happen. And we'll get into the Grammys major news categories for 2026, including the return of Best Album Cover. Yes. But first, we're pausing for a truly special, heartfelt tribute to the iconic former MTV VJ and talk show host Ananda Lewis, whose presence lit up our TVs for years. Plus, we got that crucial people poll on Spotify. Is there a song of the summer? Yes or no? You know the drill. Let us know. Much more right here on Girl Group Studios. Let's get right into it. All right, let's blast into these hot topics, beach house style. We're coming at you with the absolute freshest buzz, making waves right now in music and pop culture. So you know how we do, no filter, just real talk over here. First up, we have to talk about Sabrina Carpenter's new album and her new album cover. She's on the floor in a position where a man is grabbing her hair, and it's pretty provocative. We're talking about it. And, seriously, the internet is going wild. Did you see it? The vibes. I mean, it's cool. I mean, she's given us so much to talk about, from the aesthetic to the messaging. So what are your first impressions, everyone? Sabrina Carpenter has announced a new album, like I just mentioned. She follows last year's Short and Sweet with Man's Best Friend on August 2nd. So let us know if you're feeling the cover as much as some are, or is it a total miss? There's always a debate. And then let's talk about the big movers and the shakers in the industry. The Grammys announced some major news categories for 2026, including a brand new Best Country Album category and the exciting revival of the Best Album Cover award. This is huge. It shows the Academy is really listening, really trying to evolve with the music. What do these changes mean for the entire landscape, though? Are we ready for a new Grammy era? I've got thoughts, and I know you do too. All right, shifting gears just a bit, and I got to be honest with you all. At Girl Group Studios, the GGS crew, sometimes your boy, Quanie, I make a mistake, so I might have gotten it wrong. In episode 10, we were talking about awards and predictions, and there was a feeling I had, and recent events have definitely made me reevaluate that. So earlier this week, a lot of buzz came from the BET Awards, specifically gospel singer Deitrick Haddon took to social media to express his disappointment with the Best Gospel Inspirational Award of 2025. Now, this year, Glorilla took home that award, thanks to her song Rain Down on Me featuring Franklin, and I wanted to correct that. Maverick City Music, Kiara Sheard, and Chandler Moore are also on the record. So this sparked a huge conversation in the music world. On one hand, you have Glorilla, a mainstream artist, a rap queen, collaborating with some of the biggest names in gospel and bringing that sound to a massive, diverse audience. And then on the other spectrum, you have artists like Deitrick Haddon, a pillar of the gospel community, raising important questions about what truly defines gospel within awards. And I thought that this was a pretty fascinating subject. And if the recognition should primarily go to artists whose main body of work is in that genre, that's the question. So I'm genuinely curious, what do you think? Is this a moment of a beautiful crossover, expanding gospel's reach in a powerful way? Or does it dilute the category and perhaps overlook those who dedicate the entire? So it is a very nuanced discussion, and I want to hear your takes on this. Keep it classy. As always, let's talk about it. And speaking of music, I gotta tell you something personal. And as your host, I live and breathe this stuff. And I've been putting that energy right back into the studio. Yeah, I've been in the studio since about February, just working on new music. It's been 9 months since my last single piece dropped, and I know, I want to see what's next for me, and I hope that other people are interested in seeing my journey too. But I'm in a deep process, just really focusing on the sound. I'm talking, like right now I have a really great single that it's like Kate Trinata meets Dijon. So it's very fresh, very vibrant, very fast, but it has like that neo soul element slightly. But like think Berlin. Think late nights, think just late night vibes, very just dance. But still, it has that groove that makes you want to move. You feel me? Everything's in the works. It's truly in the works. The studio sessions have been amazing. I've just been trying to merge myself with the creation of my music and really trying to capture something special. And it's different. I would say it's challenging, but not really because it's coming from me. I'm writing all my music and I can't wait to share it. So the music world, man, the music world never stops spinning, even when you're out here, making waves, right? But some things, some legacies, they just hit differently. You just feel it. All right, crew. We've been bringing in the summer vibes, the hot topics, but sometimes life hits. It just hits you with news that makes you pause, that makes you remember. So y'all know we just wrapped episode 10 of Girl Group Studios. I was still buzzing from the energy, already plotting out the next studio sessions. And then the news hit, the news about Ananda Lewis passing. And for so many of us who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, Ananda wasn't just a VJ. She was a force. You just see her with that iconic, long, curly hair, rocking those cool shades. Whether she was in a bold red leather top or that unforgettable Boys Lie tee, her style was just effortless, cool, always. And she had this grace under pressure, just a master of the moment. Her ability to effortlessly just bring a cool yet deeply empathetic approach was just unmatched. And she spoke her mind, and she had that distinct, bold style, but always with respect. She walked in any room, interviewed the biggest names in music, from hip-hop legends to rock stars, and she commanded that space with a poise that was just truly captivating. And I think about her, and I think about it all. I think about her hosting MTV's Grammy preview in '99, Pure Class, or rocking MTV's New Year's Eve in '99, counting down to the new millennium with us all. And who could forget that Destiny's Child Survivor special on MTV? And so much more. But those were exclusive peak MTV moments that only Ananda could deliver. So she wasn't just MTV either. I vividly remember her talk show, The Ananda Lewis Show, which ran from September 2001 to August 2002. How heartwarming it was to see her give Brandy a baby shower on air. That showed you just how real and genuine she was. But her reach went far beyond entertainment. Think about it, a former MTV VJ conducting an interview with a figure like Hillary Clinton on BET's Teen Summit back on October 17th, 1996. She delved into serious topics from her position as First Lady to how she felt about her husband, to healthcare, to even abortion. And she didn't just do it, she did it so powerfully and thoughtfully that she actually won an NAACP Image Award for it. That's not just a huge moment, that speaks to her incredible range, her ability to truly connect with anyone on any topic with that unique blend of cool and profound insight. Ananda was a masterclass. When I started Girl Group Studios, I looked at figures just like her. The way she held a room, the way she truly listened to the artists, making them feel seen and understood. She wasn't just about the hype, she was about the heart of the music and the soul of the artist. That's a huge part of what I try to do here on this platform, that authenticity, that presence, that was Ananda. So she broke down so many barriers, not just for women, but for anyone who believed in the power of genuine connection in the media. Her legacy is undeniable, and her impact on culture, on how we consume and appreciate music, will resonate for generations. To know that she touched so many lives, including mine, just by being authentically herself, it's a powerful reminder of how profound an impact one person can have. So, to Ananda Lewis, thank you. Thank you for setting the bar. Your rhythm continues to play. Rest in power. Speaking of rhythm, speaking of groundbreaking talent, we got something huge for you. I've been trying to connect with this next guest for a minute, and I just got the green light that she's ready to join us. So I'm literally sending her the link now live from the Beach House. This is how we roll on the show. Beach House sessions, people. Keeping it real, keeping it spontaneous. You know the drill. She's one of the most incredible musicians I know, a true master of her craft, and I can't wait for you all to hear from her. Hello?
Hey,
There she is. We got her. This is happening.
it is happening.
How you doing? You are literally live on this show right now, Michel'Le. I gave you your intro already. I'll zhuzh it up at the end, but I'm on the phone with my friend, everybody, so I have to stay on script. So it's happening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Houston, Texas native. Please welcome the talented, the one and only Michel'Le.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Mish, it is an absolute honor to have you here. You are bringing the heat from Houston all the way to the beach house.
Yes.
And we were just talking about rhythm, and honestly, when it comes to rhythm, you are in a league of your own, and everyone needs to know your story. And you started
Okay.
playing drums at 2 years old in church with your dad.
Yes.
We want to know what was that like? What was it, just instinct, or did your dad see something in you and immediately scream, drummer, legend in the making?
You know what? You are right. I started playing at 2. My dad really didn't force me to do anything. I think just naturally, he's a drummer, so I just picked up sticks and just start, tapping on pans or air drumming, whatever. After that, I just kind of looked at my dad when we would go to our church home and would just study him, study the music. Sometimes I would be praying Lord, please don't let my dad come to rehearsal tonight or let him be late so I can get a chance to go on the drums and play, because I'm like, oh, I know this song.
Yeah.
And I remember one time we played this island song from Miami Mass Choir. I studied that song to a T, to the point when I started playing, everybody thought it was my dad playing. I was
Wow.
my mom looked to the side. I remember that moment like it was nothing. My mom looked to the side and I was just playing. And it was like, whoa, you sound good, girl. And I cherish that moment so much. That's a moment that I would never forget, because I was like, I know this is a gift that God really gave me, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do with this.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's absolutely wild. Okay, 2 years old, and later, you and I speak. So
Yep.
we've spoken about and I've learned about you, about how Whitney Houston influenced you as a drummer. Is
Yes.
that true?
Yes.
Okay, so for a vocalist, that would make sense. But how did her voice, her incredible presence, shape you as a percussionist? I think that's fascinating.
Just her tone, her phrasing, when she's singing. I'm a drummer, being a percussion player as well. You have different drums around you. You have the toms, you have the cymbals, you have either the shakers, the congos, whatever. And so I would listen to certain songs, I Want to Dance with Somebody, and I hear how she would sing certain rhythms or patterns, and I'm like, oh, let me see why did she choose this word and how she made this run fall like that. And so I would do it on the drums. And I was like, my gosh, that's a groove in itself, or that's a feel in itself. So I'm weird and I'm different. A lot of singers I would listen to, if it wasn't if it wasn't Whitney Houston, it was Brandy, Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan played drums. So I listened to how she was doing certain things, and I would do it on the kit. Earth, Wind & Fire is my favorite band, one of my favorite bands. The Yellow Jackets, the same thing. How the saxophone player would play certain things, how the piano player would come in. That would let me know, okay, I can do this style on the cymbals, how to crescendo or fermato or swell out or, certain things. So I learned from singers. I know a lot of drummers can't say that, but for me, definitely. I'm kind of, yeah.
That's true musicianship right there.
Yeah.
For all the aspiring producers and drummers listening right now, when you're in the studio or even just working on a track, what's your process for creating drum parts for songs? Do you start with the bass line, the melody, a specific emotion? This is gold, people.
Everything, honestly.
Okay.
I'm listening to what the bass player is laying down on the track, or I'm listening to how the singer is singing in the booth, if they're giving the energy. Because sometimes, and that's another thing, that's why I love Whitney Houston so much. If you ever see any clip of her in the studio, she gave that energy every time. So it's oh, okay. So you're giving me this energy as a singer. If a vocalist is in the booth right now and they give me this energy, I'm like, okay, cool. So they might do a lick with their voice, and I'm like, okay, that makes me want to do, Or the bass player is bum, 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 bum. Oh, okay, cool. So I'm not gonna do all those with my kick pedal. I'm just gonna, just a straight, simple pocket groove. So I just, kind of Either I lead the way or I let somebody else lead the way and then I just follow. And it's okay to just have somebody else start and you just follow them, you know? So, yeah.
That's raw talent, meeting that deep intuition and quick thinking. Honestly, I love it, Mish.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, and I don't want to let you go, we want to play a game with you. This or that. It's a rapid fire game. It's just a this or that.
Lord.
I know. Here we go. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So they're just quick picks, no overthinking, but here we go, Mish. You ready?
Yeah.
Mariah or Whitney?
Whitney Houston.
TLC or Destiny's Child?
Both. Sorry. I have to say both.
Okay.
I can't.
Spice Girls or Pussycat Dolls?
Spice Girls.
Okay. Unapologetic girl power. Aretha or Tina?
Tina.
All right. And for all the drummers out there, the ultimate battle, the ultimate pop icon showdown. You ready?
Okay.
Prince or Michael Jackson?
Oh my gosh, why would you do this to me?
'Cause we got a show to do.
Oh, Prince.
Okay, we're going to end it right there. You are an absolute legend. Thank you so much for joining us on the Beach House kickoff. I know for sure you dropped so many just gems of wisdom on drumming and music and just life. And I appreciate you. I love you. And it's seriously an honor. Yeah. So thank you so much. And, I'll hit you up after the show. And, I got you. It's going to be a beautiful episode. I'm talking so much about Ananda Lewis and other things that you'll hear in the beginning of the show. So yeah, love.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right,
I really
Mish.
appreciate it.
Of course. We got more to do. I have so much to talk to you about on the personal note. So I'm excited. Hey.
All right.
All right, Mish. I'll talk to you
All
later.
right, bye.
Bye. Man, that was Michel'Le, y'all. Truly inspiring, absolutely electric. That is the vibe of the Beach House sessions. Deep dives, real connections, and exploring the rhythms that just make us who we are. We're going to be here for 2 weeks, bringing you more incredible conversations, more intimate moments, and some totally unexpected breakthroughs. You're going to want to stay tuned. Thank you for tuning into episode 11 of Girl Group Studios Beach House Kickoff. Be sure to come back next week for episode 12 as poolside jams continue and we keep that summer energy going. You can find us on all social media at Girl Group Studios. Until then, keep finding your rhythm, stay vibey, and we'll catch you next Friday. Peace.